setting a high political bar. Now, this is one reason why I love Bernie Sanders. There are many. I believe he sets the highest political bar when it comes to policies. And people love to say, oh, it's pie in the sky. It'll never happen, and stuff along these lines. And some of that might be true, but they're not understanding the strategy that is involved. What is the strategy? Well, I'll tell you. The strategy is set a high political bar. Set a very high standard for policy. Set the highest standard you can for a policy. So when you go into Congress and you work with the opposition, the people across the aisle, the Republicans, you have a lot of room to take a bipartisanship compromise. Okay? So the Democrats are horrible at this. The Democrats, our current 2019 Democrats, go into Congress setting the lowest bar possible, and the Republicans see it and they go, ooh, look at this low bar they just set. I'm going to get away with everything here. I'm going to pull them so far right on this policy. Look at this low bar. It's pathetic. Okay? And people really don't understand that's why we have such a far right Republican Party at this time. Is because the Democrats have set a low political bar when it comes to policy for decades that the Republicans have just walked all over them and pulled policy to the far right. And that's why we have this current border situation. We have so many problems that far right parties have. Okay. So when Bernie Sanders sets the highest standard possible, he goes to his his colleagues in Congress, and let's say Medicare for all. Okay. It's the highest standard, the gold standard, Medicare for all, Bernie's bill. If that takes a bipartisanship compromise, it'll be the public option. But if you go in to negotiations with the Republicans, with the public option as your high bar, that will be cut in half. And you will get something along the lines of an ACA reboot, remix. You're going to get something that is just chopped down below the public option. So I'm just trying to visualize this for you, that setting the highest political bar we can is a good political strategy. Whether it's pie in the sky, whether it just seems so unfathomable, it's still a good strategy. Because one, we get the high bar strategy. One. Two, we take a compromise that we can tolerate. Okay? So, I don't think a lot of people understand this. I'm even starting to process it more and more and more. That setting the highest political bar is key. We cannot set no more low political bars. The Democrats go into negotiations with just the lowest policy bar there is. The Republicans pull it to the right, to the far right, and we're stuck in some awful situations because of it. So that's why I support Bernie Sanders. He sets the highest political bar. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell, and I'll meet you down in the comments.